Hello and welcome back to Rev Endurance Sports and another episode of What is in Our Stand today. It's a hashtag you can follow across all my social media, Twitter, Instagram, I guess Threads now I'll have to do as well, Facebook, YouTube, I don't know what else I might have missed. But this is a follow-up video to a previous video where I showed you that the crank arm was loose and the chain rings were loose. And I mentioned to you that this is a modular system. So in other words, you choose the length of your crank arms, you choose your chain ring combination, power meter or no power meter, choose the bottom bracket that you need for your bike, and then put it all back together. Now, the customer had complained to me that, hey, this has happened before, it came loose and some bike shop somewhere just tightened it down and it was fine, but now it's loose again. And I said, well, okay, cranksets don't usually come loose, so let's take a look. So rather than just tightening it down, I took it apart to see what was going on. And this is what I discovered. This crank arm, you have these threads here, and you bolt it with this here, this 35 to 40 Newton meters. And these threads thread into this bottom bracket here. Now, if you notice all these splines, that's where when you put your chain rings on, you put those over those serrations, if you will, and then you match them up. Okay, and then once again, this is an assembly that if you wanted to get different chain ring combination or power meter. But the issue with this particular setup was that someone put this spacer onto this chain ring interface between the chain ring and the crank arm. Now, that spacer is not supposed to be there. And that spacer measures about 2.4, 2.3-ish millimeters. So what this was causing is these threads, which thank goodness are not trashed, these threads were not fully engaged into this bottom bracket here. And so it was coming loose. Whoever was torquing this at 35 to 40 Newton meters should have realized that, I don't feel like this is threading on far enough. So we're going to remove this spacer and we are going to reinstall and put this all back together, and that should solve our problems. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please like and subscribe. And please share my videos with other folks, so in case you have a similar issue or a friend has a similar issue, they can get the straight scoop. Okay, thank you so much for tuning in. Please like and subscribe. We'll see you up the road.